What's up, and welcome to the Midnight Movie Club. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. That's Pat, that's Sam, that's Alex, that's Megan, and I'm Joe. And here we are.
Horrible lighting on you.
It's horrible lighting on everybody.
We'll fix it in post.
Okay.
And Harry Potter has returned. At least the world of Harry Potter has returned. And Sam.
Get ready
Hi,
to geek out.
I'm Sam. Okay, so this movie is for all the Hufflepuffs out there who have spent 8 movies. 8 movies and 7 books being the scourge of the wizarding world. And now we have 5 movies. Ha! So, this movie stars Newt Scamander, who is the guy who wrote Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is the Hogwarts book for Care of Magical Creatures. And Defense Against the Dark Arts, I believe, right?
No, just Care of
just Care of Magical Creatures. I apologize.
And Harry had it as a textbook in his first year.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, that is the book where if you buy it, there's a lot of Runel Waslib writing in it. And
it's got a red cover.
Red cover, and it's awesome. But, so this movie, we had no idea what was going to happen.
I own it.
Yeah.
I know you've read it.
Sorry,
also,
yes.
Runel Waslib makes no sense in that because that doesn't come around to the 6th one.
Right.
But
whatever. We'll let it happen. Anywho, so what was great about this is that, everybody going in had absolutely no idea what was going to happen unless, like, you had gotten spoilers, because this is the first one that we're watching where there's no background material besides the actual monsters and the fact that we know that Newt's son or grandson marries Luna. One of the two.
Grandson, I believe.
Grandson marries Luna. So that's all that we know about him.
Good.
Yes. So, with that, it was a super fun movie. The theater that we were in was really quiet, so that kind of took away from it. But,
when you say it was quiet, you mean the sound from the screen?
The sound from the screen was, like, really quiet.
Yeah.
So,
the audience was very vocal.
Yeah, the audience was vocal. As soon as Hedwig's theme started, everybody clapped. And then everybody clapped again at the end, which was nice, because I miss Harry Potter movies like that. So, yeah.
I didn't know that was Hedwig's theme.
Yeah.
Did that play at the beginning?
I just would have thought that was Harry Potter's theme.
No, it's Hedwig's theme.
It's the most recognizable theme of the movies, but it's specifically called Hedwig's Theme. It was written by John Williams.
This is Megan. Megan's my friend from college. Megan, how'd you feel about the film?
I loved it. It exceeded my expectations, because I think that they could have gone. It could have crashed and burned very easily.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that they did a good job incorporating the magical world into America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, and of course, spelling out the differences was very cool. It had a sort of culture shock kind of thing going on, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah, I think it was nice that, like, we had Newt, who was British, interacting with Americans.
We've all grown up with the British version of the world, so we're introduced with Newt, which is really a great way to do that.
Yeah.
Right now, will Newt come back for the second movie, or is just we can't say who the spoiler is?
Well, we can now. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, but no, we're not going to say it anyways. Because honestly, it's better for you to watch
You
it.
need to just see the film.
But Newt will be back in the rest of the films.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's the main character throughout all 5.
Yeah, he's the Harry Potter.
Eddie Redmayne's going to be really rich now.
Eddie Redmayne
He already
is
is.
awesome.
He's wonderful.
He is awesome.
Everything about it.
Pat, what'd you think?
I hated it, to be honest.
Did you really?
No, I was actually just trying to get a reaction out of her. No, I actually really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. I mean, it was really had a... bringing that magical world to America was actually something that, you know, as an American, I was kind of always curious about, and, you know, seeing it really happen and interact was really fantastic. The performances were all fantastic. There were a few cameos out there that were really, really fun, you know, which is really nice. You know, one is one of this guy's buddies. Ron Perlman had a nice little cameo in there. I mean, you saw it in the trailer, but
I think our cousin was in it.
No, he wasn't. I could have been a look at it.
So it really was. It was a lot of fun. I mean, it brings you back to that world that has always been fun and enchanting, and it was a very, very enjoyable film.
Alex, what do you think?
It was great.
Alex is from Georgia, so
Alex is my
He's
cousin.
the guy from Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Ezra Miller, who played
Okay,
Credence.
Ezra Miller. I felt bad for him because he gets beat in Perks of Being a Wallflower, and then he's in this movie where he gets beat by his mom.
Ezra Miller represented by Scott. What's up, Scotty?
Does he watch these?
What?
Does he watch these?
I would think he would see his client in there. Yeah.
Speaking of Ezra Miller's character, has there ever been an adult in a movie with a bowl cut who doesn't turn out to be like
Evil.
Who
to be evil?
isn't unfortunate.
Yeah.
Just have an unfortunate
Yeah.
kind of.
I think
What
it's
was
the bowl
with
cut.
his hair? It wasn't really a bowl cut. They
It
just
was-
like shaved off
The
his
sheriff's
sideburns.
sideburns.
There was a lot of like undercuts in this film, which I don't know if that was like a 20s style, but like,
It wasn't.
or like a 40s thing, but like I went for it. I was like,
Well, it
here
was
for
This
it.
supposed-
takes place in
It's-
1928. Like,
Does
that
it?
wasn't a thing.
Okay,
in
cool.
28.
Was it 20?
Okay, when
Well,
they
that-
said, I saw the newspaper said that, but then they said Albus Dumbledore was his teacher, and Albus Dumbledore would have been like 100 years old.
115
That means he's
years
Yeah, but
really
Albus
old.
was really old.
He was really old.
Yeah.
He was about 130 when he died, I think.
Well,
Well, real Albus Dumbledore, the first one died for realsies, and so
yeah, but like all right, so information for everybody. The Harry Potter series, what happens is that back in like the
1998 is when it
yeah,
when it
1998
ends.
is when Harry Potter ends. And then like 19 years later will be next year, correct?
Yes.
But
Is she doing something with that?
I don't know. But the history of Harry Potter goes back to like 1900, which is when Albus and Grindelwald like meet. And then
They
Grindelwald
met in
leaves.
probably around 1920.
Yeah,
assume.
no, but he's a little bit older at this point. I feel like he's like started
is?
his rise to power.
Who
Grindelwald,
is?
though,
Oh, Grindelwald.
yeah, but the equivalent of Grindelwald is Hitler. And in the but like in the canon, it is believed that Grindelwald was kind of behind Hitler, and very much their ideologies go together. That they're trying to purify the world and make it one race, which for Grindelwald is magic, and witches and wizards. So this is the next 5 films will probably go from here, where we are now in 1928, to
Up to
It will
World
end,
War
It
II.
will end in about 1945 because
Yes.
we're going to see the final battle between
Dumbledore and
Dumbledore and
Grindelwald.
That has been released.
Yeah.
Kind of a spoiler, but not really.
So from
been released?
1928 to
No, not released,
1945.
but like the
Yeah.
information that's where it's going to end.
Okay.
So 1928 to 1945 is these films, as opposed to the other films, which were over a 7-year-long period.
1991 to 1998.
Correct. So that's actually, I think, going to be a super, super interesting thing that we
Yeah.
get to watch, as opposed to like a school time. We get to watch 5. I guess like they're going to intersperse that. So I'm very interested to
Yeah.
see the Great Depression through the Wizarding World, like how what happens with that,
World
the
War
beginning
II.
of World War II.
Sorry. All
I'm
right,
sorry,
we're back.
I'm a nerd.
That's all right.
we
It's okay. We were both nerding out together.
We
We were
ran out of
just speaking.
space.
We ran
on
out of
the
space
SD card.
Because there was some nerding out going on, but that's all right. Who has everyone given an opinion?
I haven't. As a guy who read every word of the first 7 books, to
First
this
6.
person, no 7, oh 6, right, exactly. You know, it really is a magical world. There's so much romance around these books, so much charm, and it really hit a bullseye, I thought. You know, I think Sam or Megan, one of you guys made the point that it was nice to see a different country,
Megan.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and sort of how elegantly they handled that. You know, the 7 books, you know, one of the nerd things about the first 7 movies or whatever is the fact that only British people were allowed to be in them.
But now there are Americans.
USA, USA.
No, but I thought that was sort of
We're gonna be extras.
a cool convention to just have British people in the original Harry Potter series, and this movie elegantly handled the switch to the United States. But I thought it was great. Letter grades.
I'm gonna give it a B+ because I think that J.K. Rowling, this is her first time writing a screenplay, but I want more American talking. Like, I felt like the Americans were like too timid, and I was like, no.
She
What
wants
was
to
the
speak
20s
to me.
though? So like Prohibition, and so it was also happening.
Yeah.
Then, so like
Yeah.
timidness kind of makes a little bit of sense.
A little bit, but like, I don't know. I didn't like the main girl. That's why. Okay. B+,
I
A-.
didn't- I didn't-
I felt she needed a little bit more depth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm giving it an A- because of her.
Literally not even.
Jealous.
Letter
I'll
grade.
just go with A for
Okay.
Alex.
Dad.
I was gonna go A-, so if Sam goes B+, I'll go B+.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go B+ as well. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I just don't. I mean, if it was just maybe just a tiny notch below, you know, the original series, and I think, but it's an origin. In many ways, it's an origin story, and as we always know, origin stories always.
And it's the first one. We've got 4 more, and I think that they're going to get better.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was way better than the first Harry Potter movies.
Get out, Alex.
Those-
Get out of the car.
Harry Potter books
you
were
out.
good. The first movies were terrible.
Great.
You go watch those kids act. Come on.
The first one is the best!
No, it's
and
not.
no, the second one
Those
is...
kids
All
weren't
right,
actors.
this
Third
is-
one's the
Megan's,
best.
wait, Megan's,
Third one's
Megan's
the best.
Megan's
Number
one.
3's the best.
Oh, Megan.
3 is the worst.
It's like
Oh my
watching
God,
Obi-Wan
so
be
good.
Darth
Shush,
Vader
no.
again.
The third one is
Awful.
wonderful. The first 2 are great because Christopher Columbus did a wonderful job. He stuck to the books. He kept them in robes the entire
In
time.
robes,
Christopher
in
Literally,
Columbus.
one of the whole points is that they dress in
Letter
robes.
grade Megan.
Let her grade Megan.
She gave one already.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
I did, but you
Oh,
guys
I'm
were all
sorry.
talking. But A-.
A minus.
A minus, B plus,
B plus.
B plus, A for Alex, and B plus for me.
I'm going to say, like, B++.
All right.
So like almost an A-, but like
Yeah.
not quite because
Yeah.
of that leading lady.
Yeah.
I really thought she needed a little bit more depth.
I look like Voldemort in this light. I have this like fake face on. It's like-
That's not the villain anymore. La, la.
That's what.
Alright.
Hold
He's
on. That's
not
what you
even
think.
born.
That's what you think.
No, he has it. How old is he?
He's not born yet.
How old is Tom
He
He
Riddle?
gets born in, like, the 1940s.
Yeah.
No,
All right,
probably
this-
1930s.
This has been the Midnight Movie Club. That's Pat. That's Sam. That's Alex. That's Megan. I'm Joe. We'll be back next week, Pat. What are we seeing next week?
The Disney movie. with the
Moana!
Rock,
Yes.
Sorry.
Really
which would be
Wednesday.
Tuesday or Wednesday night.
Wednesday. Well, it's released on Wednesday, but it's probably also
So
coming
it was
out
probably
on
Tuesday night. So we might be back sooner than usual.
Can I come?
Yeah, sure.
No.
Can I come? All right. See you next time.
Hufflepuff.